Today I took two trades, both break-even trades. They're both on my plan, so that's good. But yeah, both of them partially worked out, but not quite to what I wanted. So heading into today, pivots were lower on all three of them, overlapping lower on the cams, but it was a sell-off yesterday, and so the pivots were lower. It closed below S1 here, and then closed beyond below H or L4 there. So it was bearish close. But in the pre-market overnight session, it was rallying up. So rally up all night and all morning, and it was opening up above yesterday's value and range, and H3, almost at H4 and above R1. So it was a little bit confusing because it seemed like there was a switch to bearish yesterday, but today it just reversed that. So my main plan today was to either long H3. There was a low volume node here that I did want to long around 69.96. And then also, because H4 is a resistance, I wanted to see if it can reject at that level, but I had less conviction in that. I wanted to stay on the side of longs more than shorts, and I said I'd much rather stay on the side of longs. Probably go for a H3 long or high volume node H long, and or I can try an H4 on one short, but lower probability is what I say. So there was that short. I had a low volume node at 96. I had this, which didn't really pan out, so that was gone, and then the H3 long. But H3 was pretty far away, so it was mostly just this long or this short. So that was kind of my plan going into today. And so, opening up, I was really trying to look for longs, honestly, to wait for this 96 area, because this kind of high volume ledge already got filled up. But as I was waiting for this, I saw this huge delta divergence here and delta divergence here. Bunch of selling delta comes in right at 7009 H4. So that's H4 and tries to break. There's a massive hidden divergence here. Also, a bunch of buyers come in, more buyers come in, but it forms a 1 minute delta divergence there. A bunch of selling imbalances come in, and then these delta divergences. So that made me think, okay, maybe this H4 level is valid for short. So I entered with two contracts here, and that was kind of working out. But again, there's this low volume node here at 96, so I'm really watching for that, seeing if it'll get supported there. I found this a good sign for shorts, but then every time I got to that low volume node there, at around 96, 97, it would bounce. So it finally breaks these lows, comes down right into this low volume node, and I was watching if it would continue down, but it didn't, and it bounced immediately. So it bounces up, and it forms a hammer candle here on the 20 range, and with the POC at the lows here, forms another delta divergence, but this time bullish. I just didn't like this at all, really. Here on the candle chart, I saw this high volume 5 minute hammer. Also on here on the 3 minute, a high volume 3 minute hammer. I did not like that at all. So it was just a bit shy of 2R. It was 1.95, but I still put my stop at break even because I didn't like these. I also didn't like that it came into low volume node and bounced immediately. And that these aggressive buying imbalances came in. So put it at break even, I get stopped out. And now I'm looking at this low volume node to long. So I saw the response coming out of here where the buyers responded. There's a lot of buying imbalances here. POC at the bottom, there's a B shape there too. Also, I saw this delta divergence forming 1 minute and a CVD hidden divergence here where it's breaking the lows on the delta, but it's not on price. So along with these big bars that came in that area. So I wanted to see if it tests these imbalances, and it does, and it seems like it's holding with this 2-minute delta divergence here, but there was 1 minute left in that candle, so I kind of wanted to see if it closes that way, although it might be a little bit late, but it actually didn't close that way. It came down a little bit more, but I saw some buying coming in, and I just entered. So I entered right there, right at that retest of the buying imbalances, with a stop under 94 here. And this was based off of the low volume node thesis. So it was a low volume node here at 96 or so. Came here, bounced, retest. I'm taking this continuation long. So it kind of just hangs out here, honestly. This price action was just not the best. And but I had some hope because every time it comes into this low volume node, it would support. But yeah, it was just consolidating all over the place, just forming delta divergences, bullish and bearish left and right. Yeah, but it does eventually break out a little bit here. 7009 is H4. It does break highs, and then it rejects, which I don't like. But retests again, gets supported, goes and tests the highs again here, and it breaks. And it breaks the high of day, actually. And then it forms a... I guess it doesn't form a delta divergence, but and then it rejects. So I don't like that at all. I don't like this, what is it? So that was my entry. It broke the highs. The high of day, it broke the high of day. It broke above this pre-market high here. Broke above H4, but formed a shooting star candle here and a high volume shooting star candle there. I did not like that. I also don't like how this RSI right here, price broke highs here, but RSI was way below. I did not like that divergence at all. So technically, once again, it was not at 2R. It was about 1.7R, but I decided to just put my stop at break even, and I got stopped out here. So 2 trades that kind of partially worked out, but didn't quite fully work out. So eventually, it does bounce. It's still resisting at H4, but I was thinking of going long here, because I saw this delta divergence here, but then it broke low, so I wasn't very fond of that afterwards. Formed another delta divergence here. I thought about it, but I decided I was pretty much done for the day, and then yeah, a bunch of buyers coming for some reason. Yeah. So, and then it runs to 7009 again. So, I don't know. I thought there were 2 decent tries. It wasn't the most horrible trades, but yeah, unfortunate.